Warning, there are profanity, topics, and other opinions that could offend you. Please watch and or listen at your own risk, and enjoy the show. Hey guys, hope it's RDiK here, Old School Duelist, 12 if you want to call me, and welcome back to the Voidcast, where no topic is off the table. Well, guys, welcome to the show. Wow, like that's just a weird way to start the show off, but we'll probably know more about it here in the next following, if not the next few days, the next following weeks, and it's gonna be from the YouTubers, not fucking YouTube. So, fun. Anyways, moving on. So, guys, this week in the show, we got some interesting, juicy topics to talk about for our main topic, but we got the usual stuff, and the usual stuff we're going to talk about is, I want to talk about your day. So, what this segment is for the new people that are here to listen to, and actually, hold on, before we jump into this, sorry I didn't post an episode last week. I recorded it, I ended up not liking it, and then, I don't know, I just wasn't feeling it that week, so I just didn't post an episode. Sorry about that. Yeah, sorry about that. I don't really know what else to say except for sorry. I'm tired. It's snowing outside for some reason. I don't understand why. But yeah, so back to the show. So tell about your week is something where I tell you about my week. If you want to tell me about your week, go ahead and hit me up on Twitter at OSDuelist12 with the hashtag tell me about your week, and I'll read it off if you want me to. If you don't want me to, then tell me not to read it off, but tell me about your week, and I will, I'll let you know how much of a good week that was for me. Well, my week, and then you tell me how good of a week your week is. But moving on, so, tell me about my week was pretty interesting last week. I hung out with, with my girlfriend a lot. Hung out, played some video games. I got the itch to buy a new Switch game because I haven't really played my Switch. Well, I played it I'd play Mario Kart, just in some downtime of if I had maybe 30, not even, if I had 15 minutes to spare, I'd just turn on the Switch real quick and play a quick game or play a quick cup if I had the time, or I'd just do a quick race of Mario or something like that. Nothing too crazy or anything like that, but last week I really was playing my Switch hardcore. I finished up some Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild stuff, which I'm actually working on a new segment for the show. I just don't know how I want to word it. Something I want to do before, but something new I wanted to do in the show to end out the show. But I'm working on that, so don't worry, guys. I'm still working that out. The details will come soon. Well, the segment, it's not a hard segment. It's just how I want to go approaching the segment. It's not gonna increase the show by an extra 5 hours or something like that. No, it's probably a quick 5-minute outro, because I've noticed sometimes I'll get my topic out of the way. Sometimes going through the Overwatch League coverage and talking about your week goes by pretty fast. So or some weeks than others, and I end up with 5 minutes left of the show. So I want to make a small 5-minute thing for the ending outro type of thing, but I'll get to that when I figure out how I want to do it. So yeah, that's what I worked on last week, and also the D&D campaign is really starting to get intense, guys. Holy shit, I don't know how to do it. It's awesome. It's just awesome. The campaign is it's getting better. We're 3 weeks in. When you guys hear this, it'll be the 4th week of the campaign. And we're starting to get juicy. We're starting to get to the main boss. We're starting to learn different characters, different enemies, different stuff like that. We're starting to hit the fucking story of the campaign so far. At least the first arc. Because like I said, I'm a DM of a Bleach campaign. So I've been working on that pretty fucking hardcore, making sure I can give the guys the best campaign they can get. For some of them that as their first campaign, and some of them for just something different, because most of them have played D&D. There's one person who has been role-playing Bleach for the past 3 years, so that's pretty fucking cool. So him bringing him into it, and then I'm starting to suck in everyone else by including everybody else in the different types of stories and stuff like that. So it's getting pretty good. It's starting to get really good. We're hitting things. We're starting to get through and hammer out some shit. But that was my week last week. I also went on some double dates, or I went on a double date. That was pretty fun. It was nice. So yeah, that was my week last week. So if you want to talk about your week, hit me up on the tweets, on the Twitters, and hit me up on Twitter at OSDuelist12 with the hashtag. Tell me about your week, and I want to hear you. I want to hear and I want to know what you do during the week when you're not listening to the show. So now we got some Overwatch League coverage, as we do every week. We cover the previous week. And I'm only going to do the previous week. I'm not going to do the week before, because this topic, the main topic of the show that I want to talk about, the big news story of the episode, is something really juicy, and I'm excited. I'm really excited. Like, I've been waiting to hear something or get something like this to talk about on the show. And if you don't already know what the title is, then if you don't already know by the title, then yeah, then you're in for a good show. Excuse me. Man, I'm so tired. I just got home from work maybe like 30 minutes ago. I'm tired. I'm really fucking tired. I might knock out at my girlfriend's house. But moving on, we got the Overwatch League coverage with the weeks of Wednesday, March 3rd, or March 7th through Saturday, March 10th, which was Mario Day. Yeah, so we got, starting off Wednesday, March 7th, we got the Seoul Dynasty versus the Shanghai Dragons, and Seoul beat the Dragons 3-1. The Dragons have come up on top again, or not on top, come out with one win against Seoul, so that's pretty fucking awesome. They scored a point, so I'm good. I'm glad things are starting to look like they're changing. They honestly are starting to look like things are changing for the Shanghai Dragons, so that's pretty awesome. We had the San Francisco Shock versus the Dallas Fuel, and San Francisco won 3-0. A shutout. And then we had the Crosstown Classic, LA Valiant versus the LA Gladiators, and the Gladiators came on top this time. So next time the Gladiators fight against LA, next time the Valiant and the Gladiators go against each other, I'm hoping the Valiant comes out on top. I'm really tired. This is like the rivalry. This is your Cubs and Sox if you're Chicago, and this is your New York Mets and your New York Yankees classic. Like, this is what I'm excited for. Like, this type of rivalry in an esport is something that's awesome to me. Moving on, we got Thursday, March 8th, starting off with Philadelphia Fusion versus the Seoul Dynasty, and Seoul won 3-1. Then we got the Houston Outlaws versus the LA Valiant. Valiant coming in with a victory to make up for the day before, beating Houston 4-0 with a shutout. Oh my God, go Valiant. Then we got Boston Uprising versus the Shanghai Dragons, and the Boston Uprising won 4-0. And then we're moving on to March, we are moving on to March. We're moving on to Friday, March 9th, starting off with the London Spitfire versus the Boston Uprising. The London Spitfire beat Boston 4-0. And then we had New York Excelsior versus the Philadelphia Fusion, and Excelsior won 3-1. Then we got Florida Mayhem versus the Houston Outlaws, and Houston won 3-2. Oh, I'm so tired. I don't know why. And then we got Saturday, March 10th, last day of last week. We had London Spitfire versus the LA Gladiators, and the Gladiators came out on top 3-1. Awesome. I'm glad. Then we got New York Excelsior versus the San Francisco Shock, with Excelsior winning 4-0. And Florida Mayhem beating the Dallas Fuel. And Florida winning against the Dallas Fuel, which is actually such a surprise. Maybe things are changing up in Florida. Maybe they're starting to do stuff. I mean, they had to go to Game 4, so that means, it's pretty awesome. Another rivalry that I just thought about was the Houston Outlaws versus Dallas Fuel. I mean, it's still Texas, yes, but it's not the same as, LA Valiant versus the LA Gladiators. Like, that's two teams in one town or one city. So, I mean, you can still have the state rivalry with the Houston Outlaws and the Dallas Fuel, but that that city rivalry between the LA Valiant and the LA Gladiators, like, who are you? Which side are you on? Tell me, let me know on Twitter. what side you on, either LA Valid, with the hashtag LAV or LAG, Lav or Lag. I'm a Lav, so hit me up on Twitter with what side you're on, LAV or LAG, with the hashtag LAV or LAG. So let me know. And that is it for Overwatch coverage. We don't have too much to talk about. Oh! What was it? Shanghai Dragons, they also, one quick thing. Shanghai Dragons have fired their coach, which was just, I was like, something maybe, like I said, maybe things are starting to change for the Dragons. Their biggest thing and their biggest reason why they fired their coach is because obviously whatever that coach is doing is not working, because they can't win a single match. They're winning single games, like they'll score a point, or they'll do stuff like that, but they can't win an entire match, which is what matters. Because what was it? Their practice regime or their practice schedule was usually like, I think they said like 10:30 in the morning and 12 o'clock at night. Like, that's insane. They're probably waking up they're getting like probably at best maybe like 9 hours of sleep, and then going in and just fucking working, basically going to work, practice. That's crazy, dude. That's just fucking nuts, dude. That's 14 hours of practicing. That's crazy. Every day, yeah, go fuck yourself. But yeah, that is it for Overwatch League coverage, your OWL coverage. We're moving on to the big news story and the Nintendo Direct. That's what we're talking about today. It happened earlier this week, and it happened last week. So, man, I'm excited. I'm excited. We got big things coming up, and we're just gonna go through, and I'm gonna give my opinion on everything that they talked about in the fucking Nintendo Direct. We got WarioWare Gold coming to the 3DS, which is, that's cool. I'm glad another WarioWare game is coming. I liked WarioWare, like, for the Game Boy. Wow, okay, I thought I put my phone on vibrate. But yeah, so we got the WarioWare, which, like I said, I always found WarioWare really cool. Like, the idea, I remember playing it on Game Boy Advance. That was so much fun. And then we had Dylan's Dead Heat Breakers. Apparently it first debuted in the eShop, or the 3DS eShop in 2012. But now they're actually, going to release the game. So that's 6 years of development, and it comes out this year. So that's pretty cool. Wait, hold on. Dylan is back. Actually, I don't know. I'd actually have to look into that. But yeah, it's first debuted in 2012. But it's back and fight rocks, defend towers, and spend some time trying to crack Dylan's outer shell. He's an armadillo, if you couldn't tell. And then we got Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story plus Bowser Jr.'s Journey. Yeah, so this is pretty cool. Another Mario and Luigi, I think it's a remake. I want to say it's a remake, but this is still pretty cool because Mario and Luigi, it just shows that, they're, it's set to release in 2019, so it doesn't come out this year. That's actually really annoying now that I think about it. Like, hey, that's like really fucking early, unless they're gonna release it really early in the year, for 2019. That's bothersome, actually. But yeah, no, it shows that they're trying to say, like, 3DS isn't dead. Just some of their main titles are probably going to be switching. Not probably, they're going to be switching to Switch. Because, look at fucking, what is it? Look at Pokemon's going to be switching to their main title Pokemon games are going to be going on the Switch. So that shows that Nintendo is actually starting to recognize the Nintendo Switch as a handheld. So you're just like, alright, Nintendo, start doing things right. And then we got Detective Pikachu coming out March 23rd, and a big amiibo that's like, I think it's like 5 inches or something like that, 5.5 inches tall. Like, that's insane. Holy shit. But still, that's pretty fucking cool. I'm very indifferent about this game. Like, yes, it looks cool, but at the same time, it's like, it doesn't look like something for me. It looks funny. Like, maybe if it was on sale for like $10 or something, $15, I might buy it for my 3DS. But overall, I don't think I wouldn't buy this on launch. Not like for sure, I would not. The last game they talked about for the 3DS is Luigi's Mansion. It's actually the original port, or the original game for the Nintendo GameCube is getting ported over to 3DS because the sequel didn't do so hot. Like, it got terrible reviews, so they're bringing over the original to the 3DS, which actually surprises me. You think they'd bring this over to, like, the Switch or something, but no, they're bringing it to the 3DS. I guess it's kind of their way of, like, marketing something that everyone's going to want for the 3DS, not to make it completely dead. Because, I'll forever say this, like, Luigi, like, the 3DS, I don't think is dead, but, like, with the Switch being out and being a handheld, hybrid is how they say it, that definitely, like, puts a huge, like, go fuck yourself, 3DS people. But, like, don't get me wrong, like, some games that come out on the Switch, they are putting on the 3DS as well. Like, what is it, Fire Emblem Warriors, that's on the 3DS as well as the Switch, which, cool, like, I'm like, that's actually really cool that it's for the 3DS, but at the same time, it's like, it was designed and, like, marketed for the Switch. So it being on the 3DS, like, yeah, you can say, like, well, there's some people that just can't afford a Switch. So I get it, but at the same time, like I said, like, this, with the Switch being out there, like, if you want to play a really good handheld, the Switch is definitely, like, going to always outdo the 3DS, because, I mean, granted, the Switch isn't, like, made for mobile only, isn't, like, going to, like, it makes it, the battery life not all that great. Like, trust me, like, hardcore gaming, you can get, like, 2.5, 3, maybe 4 if you're pushing it, depending on the game. Like, Zelda, yeah, you can definitely, like, at most get, like, 3 hours of gameplay in handheld mode only. But with, like, the 3DS, because it doesn't, like, it's not so graphically intense, and it's designed for mobile game, like, on-the-go gaming, obviously the battery's going to be better. So that's where I'm just like, that's really annoying. Like, you guys should have planned more for, like, most, like, it's, a lot of people, there's going to be that group of people that only want it for handheld gaming. Like me personally, don't get me wrong, I have my dock set up to where if I ever want to play on my TV, like, a friend come over, I can just, boom, put it in the dock and play it on the TV. But, like, it's mostly going to be looked at as a handheld, like, by a majority of the people. Like me, probably 50-50, because even when I'm by myself, sometimes I still, like, I'll still play it on the TV, even when I'm by myself, sometimes, every once in a while. So, yeah, it's definitely something where it's like, you guys should have probably designed it more for handheld gaming, with console capability. I get it, you want a decent console. I get it. You actually have a really good console this time. And the fact that I can just say, like, I'm going to take this amazing game on the go. I'm going to play amazing, graphically intense Zelda game in my car, or in the car while someone else is driving, or on this road trip, or when I'm in the hotel room. You're still going to get some amazing gameplay and stuff like that on the go. So that's really cool. And then that's all they really announced for 3DS. Like, some real, like, it's really cool. Like, the 5 games that they did announce for the 3DS is really cool, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, the 5 games they did announce for 3DS, they actually look really good. But like I said, I have a Switch. I'm going to play my Switch over my 3DS most of the time anyway. So, yeah. Moving on, we got to the Switch games that they announced, which, oh my god, I nutted. I fucking nutted. We got Kirby Star Allies, which is fucking cool. I love Kirby games. I'm probably not going to buy it on launch. I'm probably going to wait a minute, because I just bought Fire Emblem Warriors, because like I said, I haven't bought a new Switch game since I think Mario Odyssey, like a main title Nintendo game. I'd have to say, like, Mario Odyssey. yeah, maybe Mario Odyssey or some. The fact of the matter is, I haven't bought a new game for the Switch in a long time, or in a couple months. So I wanted to buy something new, and I wanted to play the Fire Emblem Warriors game, and just more games just keep getting announced. So I bought Fire Emblem Warriors. I'm gonna be playing the shit out of that, and then probably when I get bored of that, or just next paycheck, one of the two, whichever one comes up last, I'll probably just buy it for. I'll probably buy the new Kirby game because I fucking love Kirby games. Holy shit! I think I own all but one Kirby game for the 3DS, and I'm actually going back through and 100%ing one of the Kirby games. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm really excited for Kirby Star Allies when I do eventually play it, which will probably be here at worst within a month, probably. And I'm excited because it comes out this Friday of this video going up, March 16th. So I'm excited. I'm fucking excited to put my hands on a new Kirby game. And then we got a remake, Okami HD. They've done this before, but now it is going to be on the Switch. So it's pretty awesome. So that's gonna be coming. I've seen it. I've seen Okami. I like the gameplay looks actually really cool. I like the art design and everything like that, but it's not something that appeals to me, so I'm probably not gonna fucking buy it. And then we got Sushi Striker: The Way of Shushido. This looks like a phone game. Just gonna be completely honest. Like, this game does not appeal to me. There's probably going to be that group of people that are like, this game looks cool, I'm gonna play it. To me personally, I'm not going to pick it up. It's basically like you connect, like you match colors and stuff like that. Like I said, it looks niche, very game that's like a game that I can honestly pass up. And it's also going to be coming out on June 8th on the 3DS as well as the Switch. And then we got some new stuff for the Octopath Traveler. This game looks cool, but it's probably going to be a game that I'm not going to. But I'm probably not going to pick up just because it looks cool. I like the idea of it, but it's a game that if I wanted to experience and play it, it'd be a game I want to experience. I'd want a couple. Playing it, I'd want to beat it within all the sessions I play. And yeah, it doesn't it appeals to me, yes, but at the same time, I'm probably not gonna pick it up. If it goes on sale, I might buy it. I might pick it up. I might buy it if it goes on sale. At the same time, I don't know what it's going to go for. So I'm like I said, that's another thing. Like, if it's like $20, maybe I'll pick it up. When I run out of games that I want to play. But I have a long list of games on the Switch I want to play. The next game we're going to talk about is Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. He's getting a game for the Switch. It originally was on the Wii U, but he's getting it for the Switch now, with some new updates, some Super Mario Odyssey levels, and then there's also going to be a 3DS version as well, coming as well. And it's going to come out July 13th. That's pretty fucking cool. I like Captain Toad. I didn't play it for the Wii U, because I didn't own a Wii U. But the game looks really fucking cool. So it looks adorable. Like I said, honestly, I'd probably play this over Octopath, honestly. And then the next game, these next few games are games where I'm so pumped for it. Like, these last few games, all but one. I'll definitely point that out. But these last few games are games that I'm just like, yes, I'm glad they're coming to the Switch. One of them blew my fucking mind. We got Crash Bandicoot the Insane Trilogy coming to the Switch. Holy shit, it's coming to the Switch July 10th, and I'm definitely going to be picking that game up. Holy shit, like, Crash Bandicoot, I grew up playing Crash. Like, I grew up playing PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2, like, basically playing PlayStation, but once I, like, got an Xbox, like, an original Xbox, I was like, oh, I like this. I liked the feel of the controller, and, like, it stuck with me ever since. I bought a 360, and then I own a One right now. I mean, I'm a bigger Nintendo fan, but, Crash Bandicoot was just something that I played over and over and over again. I never beat them, but I still played the shit out of it. Never beat it. And a game that, like, I'm glad it's coming to the Switch, but also sad that it's coming to the Switch because I already own this game. It's the South Park The Fractured Butthole. I played this game. I bought it on the Xbox. It was the first game that I bought for the Xbox for my Xbox in a long fucking time. And I'm glad I fucking bought it for my Xbox, because it was nice to play my Xbox again, because I missed it. And then I got Monster Hunter, and then I played the shit out of my Xbox. Not as much as I used to, not as much as I did when Monster Hunter first came out, but I still play my Xbox. Maybe like once a week I probably play my Xbox, and I play some Monster Hunter. The new DLC is out for South Park, but like I said, I'm sad. I'm happy that it's coming to the Switch, because yes, this game is amazing, and Nintendo's starting to show that they are like third-party people. Bring your games to the system, make money. Your games will sell. But like I said, I already own the game. It's still, it's still got half of mine. Maybe if it goes on sale one day for like maybe $30, like 50% off or something like that, or I can find a used copy for like $30. Maybe I buy it, depending on what I'm currently, like, video game wise, depending on what I'm playing. That's also going to make me, like, that's also going to depend on, like, if I do end up buying the DLC for my Xbox copy, then I'm probably not going to buy South Park for the Switch. If I do wait and I do see South Park go on sale for the Switch, then I'll probably buy the DLC on the Switch version, just so I can play it on the go. Because this game is so fucking amazing and so fucking funny. I loved it. It's an amazing sequel to The Stick of Truth, and I want to, like, I'm not even lying. I would love to play this game as do another playthrough for this game. Like, that would be amazing. Man, yeah. And there's a game that, like, it's cool. I'm glad it's coming out, but at the same time, I'm just like, I don't really care. It's the Dark Souls Remastered Edition. They announced the Amiibo, the Dark Souls Amiibo. You get the Solaire of Astora. He's doing the stance, the Y stance, like, yes. And that's pretty cool. I'm glad Dark Souls is getting an Amiibo. That's pretty cool. I'm not a Dark Souls player. Like, me personally, I don't like Dark Souls, so this is a game that I'm for sure not going to buy. Maybe if it goes, like, the only reason why I'd buy this game if it went on sale for like $20. But if it did not go on sale, I will not buy this game. Nor do I give a shit about the Amiibo. The next game is a game that, oh my god, I'm so excited for. We got Travis Strikes Again, No More Heroes. Yes, we got a No More Heroes 3 coming out, and I love No More Heroes. I played the shit out of it when I was growing up. No More Heroes on the Wii, that was awesome. That was just amazing to fucking play. I never played No More Heroes 2, which I wish I did. Yeah, I really do wish I played No More Heroes 2, because the game looks like, this game was so much fun. The art style, the characters, Travis, he's awesome. I loved it. It was so much fun. But it's coming again to the Switch, yeah, so that's pretty fucking awesome. It looks really cool. I like the idea, like the story that they've said is going to be in the game. That looks really cool. So this is definitely a game I'm going to pick up. And this game, Little Nightmares, the Complete Edition, it is coming out May 18th. And you can get, if you have the Pac-Man amiibo, you can get a special Pac-Man, like, you can turn your hood into like a Pac-Man. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, like, Little Nightmares, it's a game, it looks cool, it looks interesting. I've seen the gameplays, I've seen people play the game, so I really don't have a want to play this game, but it's one of those games that if it goes on sale, I'll play it. I'll buy it and I'll play it. And here's a game that I was like, what? It's coming to the Switch, and that is Undertale. Holy shit, Undertale. I have yet to finish Undertale. You've seen some of my gameplay on the if you watch me on YouTube, or if you watch the podcast on YouTube, you would have seen some of my gameplay of just me just dicking around. Not dicking around, actually, like, playing. I was doing a full genocide run, so I killed everything, because I've seen enough pacifist runs. I was like, what is the genocide run? Like, what do you get from that? So, yeah, I've just been killing everyone in the game, and it's so much fun. Price depending, if it's going to be like $15, then yeah, I'll buy it on Switch. Just so I can play it on the go. Like that's my biggest thing when it comes to the Switch. I'll give a main wrap up. Like, after owning the Switch, for going on almost a year now, because I bought mine a month after it came out. So I will give my we have 3 more games left, but I'll give my opinion on owning the Switch. what my thoughts on owning a Switch, especially with this recent announcement. We got Hyrule Warriors, the Definitive Edition. It is coming out May 18th on the Switch, and it is, man, this is a game that I wanted to play. Like, when it was first announced on the 3DS, or the Wii U, I was like, man, I don't have a Wii U. And it, like, this game made me want to buy a Wii U. And then, like, the initial, like, reviews, people were like, oh, it's not a Zelda game, blah, blah. And, like, after all, I thought about it, I was like, you're right, this is just a Dynasty Warriors game with a Zelda skin and, like, a Zelda aspect. So, and then I was like, I love the Dynasty Warrior games. I love Zelda. So you put the two together, and this is what you get, an amazing Hyrule Warriors game. So I'm pretty sure when this game comes out on March 18th, I'm going to probably pick this game up, because I've always wanted to play it. When it came out on 3DS, it came out on 3DS the same, like, within the same time as another game I wanted to play, like, really bad. Or a game I picked up, like, maybe a couple weeks before. It came out around the time of a game that I really wanted to play at the time, so I really didn't care too much, and then I missed timing, or I lost interest in the game. Now it's coming out on the Switch. I'm excited. Yes, I'm so excited to play this game, to get another chance, to get a third chance to play the game. That's pretty fucking awesome. And then one more thing that they mentioned was, before we get into, well, we got two more things. We got three more games, or two more brand new games that are coming out, and then, like, one more, like, quick DLC thing to talk about. They talked about the first Splatoon DLC, or expansion, whatever you want to call it, and it is a Splatoon. You get to play as the Octos. Yes, I enjoy Splatoon. I bought it, but it's really fun. I play every once in a while. Like, I'll boot it up here and there and play, like, maybe a game online, or I'll mess around in the single player. But overall, I just, like, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Maybe, like, it's all these games coming out for the Switch. I'm excited. Like, some of the games that are coming out for the Switch, I'm really fucking excited. Like, I'm definitely going to purchase either the day of, or maybe a couple weeks after, like, depending, like, money depending, paycheck depending. Because I'm an adult and I have responsibilities that I have to do. So, like I said, paycheck depending is going to determine whether or not I buy it on day one or not. So yeah, there's a bunch of cool things. But the next game that we're talking about is Mario Tennis Aces. It comes out June 22nd. And it's so fucking cool. That's, like, it looks actually really cool. Like, I was never a big, like, Mario sports game, like the Mario Soccer and stuff like that. It never caught my eye, but actually seeing gameplay of this game, I was like, actually, it looks pretty cool. So I might pick it up. I think there's another game that comes out around that time that I'm probably going to be, like, knee-deep in. So, like I said, this game is definitely a game that, like, I'm interested in. It's caught my eye, gameplay-wise. So, yeah, just depending on what is going on around that time, this is a game that I will keep my eye on and eye out for. And then the big announcement where it was like, holy shit. And that is Super Smash Bros. For the Nintendo Switch. Man, that just fucking blew my mind. Like, I saw the trailer for it while I was at work. Like, I was taking my lunch break, just scrolling through Facebook. I just eating my Taco Bell, hashtag not sponsored. I'm just eating, and I'm scrolling through Facebook, and then I saw it was like Nintendo, and I was like, and it said Smash Bros, like, question mark, and I was like, what? And so I saw the trailer, and then I was like, there's no way this is real. So I went to the Nintendo YouTube channel, and I saw the Nintendo Direct. And yeah, I saw the Nintendo Direct, and so when I watched it, I was like, that was the real one. Holy shit, Smash Bros. Is coming on the Switch this year. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, a year, it's gonna, like, honestly, my speculation is gonna be somewhere around, like, at the earliest we'll get it is maybe October, or, like, August or September, like, the end of summertime. But my feeling, I feel we might get it in, like, November. That's just my guess, is we might be getting it in November. So that's just my guess. So my guess is we're gonna get it in November, and if we do get it any earlier than that, it'll probably August or September. So somewhere within that time, we'll probably get Super Smash Bros. Unless I don't know, they're just like, oh yeah, July 31st or July 30th, whatever. I'm just gonna be like, fuck, because I'm pretty sure they don't want to like just drop this game and just be like, here's Smash Bros. Or I'm pretty sure, I'm almost positive it's not just gonna be a port over of the Wii U version. I can almost guarantee it's not gonna be a port of Smash 4. I guarantee it's going to be its own game. It's going to be Smash 5. So this game just, that announcement blew my mind, because I thought it would be at least 2 to 3 years before the Switch is out. Because we're already at a year of the Nintendo Switch coming out. I think next week will be 1 year. Nintendo Switch release date. That's what I want. That's what I want to know. I'm pretty sure it's like the 23rd or something like that. March 3rd, so we have hit a year. Oh, wow. We've hit a year of the Nintendo Switch being out. Me personally owning a Switch, it's been like 11 months, because I got mine in like April or May, something like that, while I was on vacation. And, yeah, I'd like, just to kind of give my final thoughts on the Nintendo Direct, and something I've been wanting to talk about, for a while, and I think this is a great time to talk about it, especially with this new Nintendo Direct that just got dropped, with all these amazing game announcements, release dates, everything like that. The Switch being out for a year, it is definitely shown that Nintendo does care, and they do want their company to strive, and they want to be that number one. And I think the Nintendo Switch definitely, I don't think it sold them number one, but it for sure has put them on top. It's put them up there, and to say like, hey, did you get a Switch? Especially like at first, there was tons of speculation of like, what are they going to release next? They already released Zelda and Mario within the first year of the game being out. One of the two on like launch day was definitely going to happen, at least like either launch day or a couple days or like a couple months after. But releasing both Mario and Zelda in the same year, same year, new games, one on launch day, one a few months later, then that's just, it was mind-boggling, and you're just like, what else can you guys put out besides a Smash port, a Samus, a Metroid 4, and everything like that, which Metroid 4 was not announced in this, Mario or this Nintendo Direct. So hoping for E3, they're just like, oh yeah, here's Metroid 4, releasing it in like a couple weeks. So like that's what we have looking forward to. And then we have a new Donkey Kong game coming out. Like, Nintendo is establishing itself as a franchise again, and not just like, hey, here's this game. Hey, here's this game. I know it's kind of shitty, but buy our shit or don't play our console. That's kind of how it was. Now it's like, hey, we're releasing a bunch of amazing games and also amazing third-party games too. Like, they're getting put on our system. So now it's really starting to show that Nintendo's like, we need to catch up. So that's my thoughts on like Nintendo as a company 1 year later, as owning like 1 year later of the Switch being out. And then also my views on owning a Switch for almost a year now. Like, I'm like 10 or 11 months of owning a Switch now. Basically, I've owned it for about a year now, a little bit short of a year. But I don't regret it. At first, like when I did buy it, I had like buyer's remorse. At the time, I was like, I want to Switch. I want to play Zelda. Like, I want to play Zelda. That was the only thing on my mind. And like, I had a mind to like buy a Wii U. But I saw the Switch and I was like, fuck it, let's buy it. We're gonna take the gamble on buying this console. I don't regret it, because we got Smash coming out this year. We got Zelda, amazing game of the fucking year for 2017. Holy shit, that makes me so happy, because Zelda is like, Legend of Zelda is like my favorite franchise. I mean, granted, it was Halo But Halo's kind of like, they've disappointed me, and Nintendo has not disappointed me with Legend of Zelda. Majora's Mask will still always be my favorite Zelda game, but it's just like Nintendo, they are, like I said, they are showing that they care. They're showing that they want people to be like, look at our console. It is amazing. All those fun games you're stuck playing in your house, or needing a TV, or needing a plug, or needing a decent table or something to sit down and play, that's cool. Here's a Nintendo Switch. You can take all these fun games. You can play Doom. You can play all these exclusives, these character Nintendo exclusive that Nintendo owns the rights to. And then that they, and then here's all these amazing third party. We're getting South Park. We have quite a few other third party, and then the indie games. Don't even get me started on the indie games. Like the console, like maybe there needs to be a little bit of a culling when it comes to the eShop, but still there is a lot of like, if you take out the shitty ones, like you take out all the shitty ones, like I'm not gonna lie, the Neo Geo games, you get rid of those, and you have all these amazing third party games. Like you have, and you have the big name ones like Shovel Knight. You got fucking Flinthook, which actually is a really fucking good game. It's a newer indie game, but nonetheless, it's a good game. You got Shovel Knight. You got that. You got Binding of Isaac, which is on every fucking platform possible. Like, and Binding of Isaac is still a really good game. Like, I still hear people talking about it. You have some exclusive indie games on the Switch that are amazing, like Golf Story. That's an exclusive indie game that's amazing. And then what else? There's so many good games on the Switch, like that are exclusive to the Switch, and that just makes me so happy. And honestly, the biggest selling point for the Switch is the fact that you can just take it on the go. You could just say, I'm gonna go to a friend's house. What are we going to do? I'll bring my Switch, because it's easy transportable. It's not a big, bulky console that you need to take with you. You got a little tiny docking station. Like, they do have cases specifically to, like, carry the Switch. And it's like no bigger. Like, the case, honestly, like, it's got some thick. It's maybe, like, 6 inches, like, roughly 6 inches thick. Like, the case itself is probably, like, 6 inches thick to carry everything. But it's like no bigger than a piece of paper. Like me personally, I have a Cubs bag that I can put everything comfortably in. I don't have any problems. When I go to Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments and stuff like that, I can just slide the Switch right in my backpack and just in between rounds play my Switch. I can bust out, like, my James. He brought his Switch one day, and we had the team sitting there. We were all playing Mario Kart between our two Switches. We're all playing Mario Kart. Like, it's an amazing console, and I will forever to back up this console. Like I said, at first I was very sketchy. I wasn't so sketchy. I was very weary about buying this, and I was really hoping I was not throwing $300 down the drain when buying this, $350, whatever the fuck I was. Just throwing it down the drain and just like, I'm gonna buy this cool console, and I hope it takes off. But it did, and I'm just like, fuck yeah, dude. So I have rambled on about this. Like, I knew it was gonna take a minute, or this episode was gonna be a little bit longer. But now I'm just rambling. So this game's awesome. The Switch is awesome. Buy the Switch. Like, if you are in the market for a console, now is a solid time where I can say, if you are looking for a console and you are an on-the-go person, like you want something to play in your downtime, buy a Switch. Even if you don't buy an Xbox, or even if you don't own an Xbox PC or PlayStation 4, if you want a console that's worth it, I definitely say Switch. Like, in all reality, if I could have, I probably would have bought a Switch before Xbox. But that's just me. And I'm also a big Nintendo fan, and I like, now I have a lot of faith in Nintendo as a company right now, because we got, like, just this month alone, or these next few months alone, we got Smash Bros, we got Mario Tennis, we got Pokemon coming out, later this year. We got Pokemon coming out. I don't know. I'm not gonna say later this year because they haven't even confirmed a year that it's coming out yet. We got an amazing Kirby game that has fucking 4 players. We got some awesome ports that were reported over. Crash Bandicoot, like, that has been part of everyone's childhood. And then we have some third-party stuff, like we're getting Dark Souls, we're getting South Park, we have Doom. Like, maybe it's not the best-looking port of Doom, but we have Doom. We have a first-person shooter for a pretty great first-person shooter for the Switch. So, like I said, the Switch is amazing, and I will forever, from probably last October and on, I will support I'll support the Switch. I'll support Nintendo and everything they're doing with the Switch. Granted, in my personal opinion, is there some things that I would have done different? Like, I would have pushed for a web browser, or I would have pushed for Netflix or YouTube, something more than just. And we got Hulu. That's pretty decent, but at the same time, not everyone has Hulu. Everyone has Netflix. Netflix, you would make a killing on it. But that's just me. I'm rambling a lot now, so I'm going to sign out, and hopefully next week's episode I will have a new outro segment, because I have to get going. It looks like the snow has somewhat calmed down. So I am I'm gonna take off. I gotta get going. But yeah, buy a Switch, guys. Like, if you are definitely unsure about buying a Nintendo Switch, if you already have Xbox and or PS4, and you want a new console, or you want something new, buy a Switch. Like, I will forever tell people, buy a Switch. And I want to know what people, like, what it'll take for Nintendo to do to make you want to buy a Switch. So yeah, that is it for this episode, guys. Thank you guys for watching and or listening to this week's episode of the Voidcast. I am excited. I'm in, like, this year is going to be just as amazing as last year for gaming, especially if you own a Nintendo Switch, and if you want to be part of that movement and be part of this amazing journey, and the continuing of the Switch's journey. Because Nintendo's goal is to make the Switch last 5 years. We've already done a year, and the game on launch for the Switch got Game of the Year for 2017. Let's see what the fuck else we can get on the Switch, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching and listening to this episode of the podcast. If you like what you're listening to, then subscribe if you're listening to me on YouTube. Follow me on iTunes, Google Play, and AudioBoom. Big shout out to AudioBoom for, being an amazing company that gives me the tools to be able to get this podcast out to everyone possible. And for a low price of $9.99 a month. I'm not sponsored by them or anything like that, but I still just want to give a big shout out to them, because they're an amazing company. I've yet to have any problems with them, knock on wood. But it's just like everything is looking up Millhouse right now, man. I cannot complain one bit right now. Between gaming, my personal life, and just everything in between. It's going awesome, and I'm really loving it, guys. But thank you guys, and have a wonderful, beautiful night, day, thing, or whatever.